Wolves 0, Celta Vigo 1. Wolves pre-season is done. Unfortunately, it ends in a defeat. No wins for Wolves during pre-season. I don't think it was all doom and gloom today, but pretty much, or pretty similar to what we've seen throughout the majority of pre-season, to be completely honest. You can probably see I'm in the beautiful city of, or central city, or centre of Wolverhampton City Centre, sorry. Team was pretty strong. It's probably closer to the team that I would have put out, to be honest. You could have argued maybe Marshall Manetti for Fair Lopez, but Fair got the nod. We saw Arias start for the first time. Keanu Hoover keeping his place at right wing back. Well, to be honest, it was pretty similar to what we've seen throughout the majority of pre-season. Wolves looking okay on the ball, but other than that, like, just not creating anything whatsoever going forward, and that's been our issue throughout the whole of pre-season. I could have almost copied and pasted a lot of what I've said already this pre-season and put it into today's video because it's very similar. We get into half time. Not a lot of change, not much had happened for Wolves in that first half, and Celta Vigo took their chance. They had a couple of half opportunities in the first half. I think Jose Sarr probably should have done better. It was a ball that came over on a cross, and Matt Doherty defended it quite well. Sarr was forced into a couple of decent stops, to be fair. But in the end, in the second half, they got their goal. Pretty direct. I can't take anything away from the finish. It was a lofted ball coming into the area, and the back to goal, their forward on the turn volleys it in past Jose Sarr. It's a really decent finish. And again, it almost took till then for Wolves to sort of put their foot on the gas a little bit and try and test Celta Vigo. But even then, their goalkeeper had so little to do. I mean, without looking at the stats, I'd be surprised if we had more than 2 or 3 shots on target, to be completely honest. It was really, really poor. And it like I said at the start, it's not all doom and gloom. I think there were certain positive elements to that game. I think Andre and João Gomez were good. I think Arias showed little bright spells. But what my concern is that the whole of this pre-season, we've really, really struggled to test the opposition goalkeepers and score goals. So I think that's something that Vitor has got to address before next week. That's when the football starts. That's when results matter. Next Saturday when we start playing football. See you later. That's when results matter. When we next weekend at Man City. But something drastically needs to improve. I think the issue that Wolves have at the moment is they're struggling to find players that are happy to fight for places. I think other than right wing back, I think Wolves have made it no secret they need to get a number 1 right wing back in. You would argue maybe a slightly more creative number 10. But other than that, every other player will be coming in for competition and depth. I think you look at the bench today, the depth wasn't good enough. So that is my concern, and Wolves need to address that sooner rather than later. It wasn't good enough going forward. It's not been good enough all pre-season going forward. And what my concern is now, not necessarily the results, but you still want some sort of winning momentum and confidence going to the new campaign. And it's never easy playing against Manchester City, especially when you're starting off the campaign against them. So I really hope they can surprise us next Saturday when we're back at Molineux. It was a touching tribute for Diego Jota and Andre Silva before the game. Hopefully they do even better next week as well. But we need to improve massively because it's been a real poor pre-season. I don't think the preparation is being right. Not necessarily the fault of Vitor Pereira. I think the recruitment has just been a little bit too slow, to be completely honest. You want your players there and ready for at least the final game of the pre-season, which we haven't got. Well, that's all. Wolves 0, Celta Vigo 1. Let me know your thoughts if you managed to catch the game today. As always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on the next one.